The chair recognizes the chairman of the Banks and Banking Committee, Chairman Morris, to speak to the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen of the House, I rise in support of House Bill 87. I must say I rise with some regret, not because I think there's deficiency in the bill. I think it accomplishes what we want to accomplish. The regret is that the bill is necessary at all. Most of you know I represent the Vidalia area, the home of the famous sweet Vidalia onions, world famous sweet Vidalia onions. It's a $60 million industry, so I don't take this lightly. I want to quickly clear up two misconceptions: that the growers in my area want to break the law. They do not. None have encouraged me to make it available or make it so that they can break the law. What they want is the federal government to have a workable H-2A program so that they can bring migrant workers in, get the crops, and then go home. That's what they want. They want to follow the law. The second misconception is that every migrant worker that's in my area wants to live in this country. Most of them have families. They love their families. They need work. They come here to make money. They want to go home to be with their families when the work is done. I live on 260 acres, our family farm. I put my house right in the middle of it. I farm part of it. 60 acres is leased to Herndon Farms, who grow some of the greatest onions that you'll see. I have the pleasure every spring of watching that harvest in my front yard. And let me tell you something, it is a pleasure to watch the migrant workers work. And they work. You know, I have more in common with those folks than I do of many of my contemporaries. You see, because even though I've got a continental urban accent, don't let that fool you. I come from sharecroppers. My daddy was a sharecropper. My grandmother was a sharecropper. They worked in the same fields, in that same hot sun, that same toil. They were picking cotton, cropping tobacco, and dipping tar. So for me to even look down in any kind of way on these people would be denying my own heritage. I love to see those people work. I'm a living manifestation of the American dream. My grandmother worked, my father worked, and worked out of the fields and worked hard and lived the American dream to have a better life for their son, a grandson, and I'm that manifestation. What is sad, though, is the American dream has been traded. What we've traded the American dream, and we've traded it for a society of entitlement. It's not that the workers are being exploited. Did you know those workers can make $400 a day picking onions? But now you got to work. I don't believe any of us could stay with them. You've got to work, and you've got to do it, but they can make it. What we've got, the trouble we've got, Mr. Speaker, let me say this, is we've always got some half-baked social worker standing at the end of the field, wants to sign them up for everything they can give them, and instead of living the American dream, we want to trap them in that cycle of exploitation that so many Americans are in. It's regretful that we have to have this bill. The American dream should allow that. We're anti-immigrant. Don't blame the migrant workers. It's our fault for allowing our society to become an entitlement society, not one of the American dream that my daddy had for me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield the bill.